What's up, guys? I bought a Segway Ninebot ES1 electric scooter. That's right, no gas. I've ridden it for over 130 miles, and now it's time for a review. Welcome back to another EV review. Though it's not a car, I just gotta get some EVs, you know? More EVs. FYI, I bought this with my own money. No sponsors here. I'm just making this review to try to help you. Another thing is all of the outdoor shots for this video were taken after 130 miles were put on the scooter. So yeah. All right, we're gonna do an unbox. Pros and cons, is it good or bad? And let's do this. Okay, the box is fancy with some print on the outside. The protection is decent for the scooter itself. There's like a fancy big piece of paper that tells you how to do stuff. Interesting labeling about it. And the assembly is required a little bit. You got to put it on, like, I guess the headset, would that be? Or the gooseneck? It's a little awkward, like plugging it in, but yeah, and then screwing it together. It even comes with the tool and the screws. And they got like rubber washers with the screws for attempted watertight awesomeness. Not bad. So let's do some pros and cons. Pro, it's got brakes and a throttle, which is nice. So the left side is brake and right side is throttle. Pro, the gauge readout. It's got one of those, and it shows battery life and like speed that you're doing and other settings. Pro, reflectors. Is that a pro? Con is that it has no rear light. But pro, it's got a headlight and it's bright. Nice. Oh, look, a warning sticker on the bottom. It's not quite on all the way. So con, warning label adhesive is no match for Earth's gravity. Pro, a kickstand. So pro that it's got one, and the con that it just almost wants to fall over. It's really easy to tip over. Like if you bump into it, you're gonna tip it over. Pro, deck grip. There's diamonds and a logo, and it's kind of squishy on the feet, which is nice. I don't know if this is normal, but like all the pictures and other reviews I've seen of this scooter have like a flat part here. So I'm not sure if this is normal. Pro, it's foldable. The foot lever is pretty tough, and the hardware that like holds it together when it's folded upright is good. So no cons there, unless of course you kick downward on that lever while you're riding on it. And I've got more on that in a moment. Con, hard wheels. So it's kind of uncomfortable. But pro, you get no flats. Yeah. Ooh, pro-ish. Con, there's like front suspension. It's got a spring built into the front like area there. It works, but when you're going pretty quick and when you hit like a big crack or something, like you can hear this thing bottom out. So it's nice that it's there, but it's not like for a smooth ride. It's just to make sure that you don't completely wipe out on a crack. Pro, it uses electricity. It's got a normal DC plug, like a standard laptop. Takes about 4 hours to charge. Pro, it's got an app. You can connect this with Bluetooth and your phone. I'll go over details of the app a little later, but yeah, Pro. Pro, it appears to balance the battery at the top of the charge, and you can monitor that sort of with the app by like seeing that it's only charging with like 7 watts, and it goes back and forth, and then the gauge does this blinky thing, and it's pretty good. Pro, it tops the charge off at 41.5 volts for the pack, which is good for a series of 10 cells, 18650s, which I'm assuming this has. It's like industry standard. Yeah, so it's conservative compared to 4.2 volts. The manufacturers are starting to get it. Like, longevity is good. Con, fender brake. I say it's a con because it's cheap, and it does work well, like when it's needed. I don't know. So this is tough because I really never ever need to use it, but when I do, it works all right. It'll probably wear out over time quickly. But yeah, I just mainly use the regen brake. And oh yeah, Pro, regenerative braking. You can even see the wattage like feedback into the battery via the app. If you can hold your phone and ride it at the same time, which is not easy. Probably should get a mount for that. And yeah, be careful on any of these kinds of scooters when using the regen when it's fully charged, because you could cause damage, or at least I've seen people talk about it. So yeah, like don't charge up your scooter and then start riding down a steep hill and just using the regen. That's probably not going to end well. Con is that the hook that holds the scooter like folded is plastic, and some people have reported that those break in their reviews online and stuff. Pro, grips are soft, but they're like really soft and squishy. But I guess a con is that they get dirty. You can clean them though. Don't all hand grips get dirty? Pro, cruise control and speed settings. What? Cruise control? Yes. You could set like a speed. There's 3 settings. There's like a speed limit setting, the speed setting, and a sport. Now, I'll talk about more of that in the app. Essentially, you can hold the throttle for an extended period of time at any position, and once it's been steadily held there, it will beep at you if the cruise control is set on, and then it'll just hold that like speed. Actually, it won't hold the speed, it'll hold that amount of throttle, if that makes sense. So it really only works on the flats, unless you're going full throttle and just don't want to hold full throttle. Con, the handlebars aren't perfectly aligned. I don't really care about that too much. I don't know if that'll come loose over time. Pro-ish con, range. It's not as advertised. It's quite a bit though, given like the size of the scooter. I get about a mile per 10% of the charge while riding, and I do some hills and then a decent amount of full throttle when on the speed setting, or like the middle one. So not sport. Yes. Pro-ish con, sport mode. From what I can see on the app, it seems to feed the motor about 80 additional watts. Perhaps it just ups the amperage a couple amps. I don't know. At the very end of this review, I will tell you a little bit more about that. It's going to be cool. Pro-ish con, kick first and then you can go. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is a pro. So essentially, if you're at a standstill, you can't just hit the throttle and start moving. You got to be rolling at least a mile or 2 an hour, and then it'll let you go. Con? With that, if like say you're sitting and you're using your forearms to like hold the scooter while you're using your hands to, I don't know, maybe text, and you're just standing in place or getting something out of your wallet, and you kind of step forward a little and your arm leans on the throttle, the scooter will jump out. It's kind of awkward, so don't rest your arms on the throttle. If, though, you did that with the brake engaged as well, the brake overrides the throttle in every case. That's a pro, I think. So nice. Biggest pro about the scooter is that it can haul me around. So usually I'm weighing more than 200 pounds with my backpack on, and I've ridden this 130 miles. It's done really good. Yeah, so it's got the power to get me around over slight hills as well, and like the deck is big enough for me to stand on comfortably. I don't have to like hunch over to hold the handlebars. It's got the power. Yeah. Weird things about the scooter: motor. It's in the front wheel. You'll find that this is normal, but I still think it's kind of strange. Very cool. Mysterious void sticker on the front main neck. I don't know what's behind that. Now I'm judging what the value of the warranty is. Will I ever even use the warranty? I might find out what's behind that sticker. Another weird thing is that the tube. This tube, it's not round. Like it appears round, and nobody ever gets this in the reviews, or like they're talking about these. It's got like this flat-ish backside to it. You see that? It's weird. Awkward to fold and walk with. That's a thing. It's weird. Like you can fold it, sure, and it's kind of heavy. Not too heavy, but like if you wanted to roll it around on one wheel, it's nope. Maybe I just don't know how to do that. And then another weird thing is it gets hot, and I have not experienced any like shutdowns or issues. It just gets hot, so it's normal, but it's weird because I don't know what to expect. Like if it's gonna get worse. It cools down fairly quickly though, and the way you can measure this is by using the app. So let's talk about the app. Downloading the app was easy. I got an Android phone. It asked me after I connected with the scooter to update the firmware. I updated the firmware. Then I went through this like initial thing where you have to look at the safety stuff, and it has like a timer, so you have to see it. And it's kind of funny because some of the safety things are funny, like, oh, don't ride it with just one foot or one hand, and this one, don't step on the fold mechanism while riding. Like, duh. But I guess it's smart. Like if I'm taking this thing over some sweet jumps, I could see my foot getting forward and accidentally folding this on the landing. That would be bad. Yeah, so anyway, the app can also track like mileage, monitor battery voltages, or the voltage of the pack overall, and temperatures. It calls it the mainframe temperature, but I realize that the mainframe temperature is the same as the battery temperature. So like always, whenever I see it, you can also see speed because the app has a speedometer. If you have this thing mounted to like your handlebar or something, you could, yeah. You can also adjust the throttle, like when you let off the throttle completely, how much regeneration happens right there without touching the brake, which is kind of cool. I keep mine on weak, so it's got a little amount of drag when I let off the throttle, which is all right. I don't mind that. So yeah, that's a pro. All right, so 130 miles later, is it good or is it bad? You decide after I decide. It's a little beat up now, okay? Tires on the front and the back, they're worn a little. Not so bad though, compared to before. So yeah, I think they've got hundreds of miles before they go unusable, which is good. The pipe that goes up, I scraped up pretty good. You can see from locking it up against like bike racks and things like that. So locking it up is a little awkward. Maybe that's a con. There's no real easy way to lock this bike up for me. Maybe though I have the wrong kind of lock. You can get one of those big locks that would be good. Probably, but I can still lock it up to bike racks. I use this like chain and lock it up. So yeah, I don't know if that's a con. They don't make it easy, so it's not a pro. Okay, it gets me where I need to go for, I guess what the industry calls the last mile of transportation, and it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Also, electricity overall is inexpensive. It's got a little over 180 watt hours of storage, so you could charge this thing 5 times and it's kilowatt hour, depending on what you pay at home for kilowatt hours and stuff. It's cheap. Yeah, cheap to run. So overall, I think this scooter is good and it's totally worth buying. I bought it because I was biking around a lot and I didn't want to just have to pedal everywhere I went. And this did replace it. Now, it's not very strong, so it leaves you wanting a little more in the power arena. But you know what? Just the other day, I got this in the mail. It's an extended battery. I'll make another video. It's going to be great. And by the way, with this battery and it in sport mode, it gets really powerful. It's awesome. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys later.